Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Pay attention to what's being built in your area. Pay attention to that. You know, the other day, I was just driving along and, well, before I even get into it, one of the things I'm going to be doing increasingly is just sharing just some real life observations about what's going on financially, money-wise, economic-wise, that you can really pay attention to. Just a bit more. So, always going to talk business, definitely money management, but signs to pay attention to in the economy. And I've told people I'm living in Harford County, Maryland, and it's about one county away from Baltimore, and it's actually an up and coming region. Like the entire state of Maryland is actually, by the last accounts I've seen, the richest state in the union. And many of if you look at just the highest income counties, some of them are in the DMV, the District Maryland, Virginia area and stuff. And, housing prices are crazy, especially if you're in the DC area. So what I'm noticing in the area that I'm in, there's a lot of building. Not just homes, but centers, stores, everything. And I'm just like, which is interesting because I've been paying attention to the stores going out of business as well. But I'm starting to really pay attention to see, is that because of the changing demographics? Basically, more people with money are moving in, at least into the part I'm in, the Bel Air area. But I'm about to move out of that area, ironically, into a more expensive place. And I was thinking about that. I was just like, for all the talk about everything going on around the rest of the world, country, and all the economic issues, they still building. And that's something to think about, because when somebody puts money, you're talking millions, into building some type of store or apartment complex, houses, things of that nature, you pay attention. Because even beyond Bel Air, sometimes I have to go into the Aberdeen area. And the road I'll take, I'm noticing they're starting to build townhouses, a big area. I'm like, wait a minute. They building around here, like nice homes, centers, stores. And I'm just like, And that's not an accident. That's not an accident. And I've talked about this on my Deep Thought channel. I talked about this today. I'm talking about the zip codes and everything, how much can be determined just by knowing your zip code. And I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, because at first I wasn't ready to settle down in the area, to be honest with you. This was just temporary because my sons are, they're still in school in this area. So I'll say, I hang out, but I probably moved closer to DC. Now I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They starting to build up around here. I might have to reconsider. I might think, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'll settle more permanently and everything. The next place after the next place might be a permanent home. I'll see, because there's a lot. And it's just, I would say, not just in Harford County, Baltimore County, and everything. And I haven't been into Baltimore itself. But here's the thing. Here's the general thing. Wherever you at, pay attention to what's being built as best as possible. And if you can find out, like, what type of store is it? Like, if it's a low-end store, well, I shouldn't say low-end. If it's something like, I don't know, the type of stores or that would appeal to maybe a lower income crowd. And the way things are becoming, it's becoming you're either upper class or lower class. The middle class is disappearing. Ron might have to cam up for that one. But here's the thing. I'm like, wait a minute, something's happening, because it tells you a lot. It tells you who's thinking about it. And indeed, some of the homes I've noticed, like some of the townhomes that's been built lately, they sell quick. They pretty much fill before they even finished. They probably been sold before the first stakes were put in the ground to put the layout in. And I'm just like, And it'll tell you a lot. It'll tell you a lot about what's going on in your area, what somebody sees, and all of that. Indeed, even in areas where they gentrify. Sometimes if you get more upscale type of stores or more improvement on the buildings, it says a lot. It says a lot. I was thinking about that in D.C., where I grew up at, where I lived with my grandmother at, and an area that it used to be the street I was on. We had a cement company across the street, and they had a big old cement yard. Now the building that the offices were in, that's like a food place or something where they have food that they send out to homeless folks and everything. But the cement yard now have these, when I last looked, and this was over a year ago, 2 years ago, $600,000 townhomes. Some of them were 4 stories and everything. So that's telling me. And then the people who actually live in that area, I'm curious about what their taxes have been. I need to reach out to somebody I know grew up who's still in that area. But pay attention. It tells you a whole lot. Like if you see them breaking ground, if you can, find out what's going on. Sometimes you can just do a Google search. Local newspapers might say, hey, this is coming in. It could be whatever, but it's telling you, okay, what the values are. Pay attention if you own a home in these areas. Pay attention if your taxes are going up or your water bills. Pay attention to everything because it tells you a lot. And indeed, you might be driving in an area that's not home to you, but you can find, get an idea what's going on. But pay attention. And I would have to check it. It's probably a resource you can get a general idea about the taxes in the area and the property values. It probably is. If someone knows that right offhand, please feel free to share a link in the description box. Because as I said in another video, probably on another channel, but it definitely applies here. Google is your friend. But always have an idea. It tells you a lot. And I'm looking at some of the buildings in the general area that I'm in. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I've already been paying attention to the demographics. It was like, yeah, these are more well-heeled people moving in. So it's like, it's something to consider. They might be seeing me a while. I might have to start looking at the housing prices. But I'd have to pay attention to a lot of other things too. And I really do like San Diego, so I don't know yet. But anyway, I want y'all to keep that thing in mind. Anyway, y'all know what to do. Let's go make that money.